You're a 168 fighter. And I know it sounds crazy, but if he were to like turn around and be like, hey, yeah, I'll fight David.
Like, that would be dope. I have a lot of respect for Terence Crawford. Yeah. And just because I want to fight, if we would fight, doesn't mean we have hard feelings for each other. He's definitely a great fighter. I'd love to fight him.
I need to get. I would love to get it. I just don't think he would come up. Well, I mean, I'm not even at 168 no more.
Right.
But I mean, I would love to try to fight Crawford or even spar. I would love to spar.
When you see a tweet that says, "Hey, can you make 168, David from Turkey?" Can he still make 168? You seeing him now training at second fight at 175?
Yeah, I think he's super young still. I think definitely, I don't think, it would be a little bit hard, but I think he could definitely do 168. We didn't move to 175 because of the weight. We moved because of the opportunity.
Crawford versus David Benavidez, the fight everyone's eager to see next. And guess what? Jose Benavidez Sr. hinted that David might be able to drop back down to 168 pounds to face Crawford, fueling speculation that this blockbuster could become reality.
I think referring to maybe if David could go and fight Crawford, like, that's crazy.
To be honest, that would be even an embarrassment to me to say, David's too big for Crawford. Now who said that? I don't think, it would be a little bit hard, but I think he could definitely do 168. We didn't move to 175 because of the weight. We moved because of
David Benavidez will face challenges, but he's capable of overcoming them. His move up to 175 wasn't just about weight, it was about seizing opportunities. But you know how this game goes when big money from Saudi Arabia, like Turkey Al Shia, gets involved. Any boxer finds a way to add weight.
Can you still make 168?
To be honest with you, man, let Terence Crawford live. That's his weight class.
Okay.
I lost interest in 168 a long time ago. I mean, I know that we could get offered a lot of money to go down to 168, but I'm more comfortable at 170.
Benavidez even tweeted that he can still make 168, so don't be surprised if Crawford and Benavidez face off next year. When Turkey's involved, anything's possible. Combine Crawford's slick style and intelligence with Benavidez's towering power, and you've got a fight that's as much chess as it is violence.
If you were at 168, when we think about anybody at 168 outside of Canelo, the first name that comes to anybody's mind is David Benavidez. What about the potential for a fight like that?
Oh, like I said, man, that's a big dude. You know what I mean? He ain't even at 168. When you look
right not now, at 175, yeah.
He probably can't even make 168 no.
This potential matchup promises legacy on one side, proven dominance on the other, and guaranteed pay-per-view and viewership. If promoters lock it in, expect intense training camps, strict weight control, and a fight night that no boxing fan will want to miss. Keep your notifications on. This could go from rumor to reality faster than you think.
Posted on social media asking if David Benavidez is still capable of making it down to 168. Now, we're not sure if this little tease that Turkey made was targeted as a hint for a future fight between Crawford and Benavidez or Canelo versus.
Just as excitement about Crawford versus Benavidez was building, Blue Blood Sports TV stepped in with a reality check for David Benavidez. They shot straight, saying, "Hold up, champ. You can't call Canelo an opportunist when you begged for that fight." And they're right, you can't rewrite history just because the spotlight missed you.
Crawford achieved is massive compared to yourself that people say technically should have been at 175. So you cannot discredit Terence Crawford and say he's an opportunist, because this is the same version of Canelo Alvarez that you wanted to fight. And you would have wanted to get all the credit in the world for beating this Canelo, and you want to hear people talk about you was an opportunist and you fought a version of Canelo Alvarez that was washed up.
Benavidez has spent years chasing Canelo, moving through divisions like a Pokemon trainer hunting rare creatures. Now that he's finally achieved it, people say Canelo was old or past his prime. That's like claiming you didn't want the cake after someone else already ate it. Yes, politics and timing delayed Benavidez's shot, but dismissing Crawford now is purely emotional.
Credit Terence Crawford's victory. That's nasty work, bro. And you one of my guys, you know that. And shouts out to your father and your brother. Don't let these people put batteries in your back for you to discredit Terence Crawford's victory. Don't let it happen, bro. We know a disservice was done to you. We know you should have been got the Canelo Alvarez fight. We already know that. But don't say this was a washed-up version of Canelo Alvarez, because you would have accepted this same fight and won it.
Achieving what no one else did, moving up 21 pounds to confront a fighter many feared, is courageous. If Benavidez truly plans to drop down to 168 for Crawford, that's bold. But let's not forget, Crawford has rewritten boxing's physics. Whether you love or hate him, his impeccable timing made everyone else seem insignificant.
So you would have fought the same version of Canelo Alvarez and expected all the credit in the world. So you can't discredit Terence Crawford and say his fight and beating him was opportune.
Just when the Crawford versus Benavidez saga was heating up, a new twist emerged. Team Crawford reportedly wants $100 million for his next fight. That's right, $100 million. That's not a purse, that's a Powerball jackpot. Unless Turki Alashia starts printing money in Riyadh, who's writing that check?
Start off with what Bernie of Team Crawford said, right? He says, quote, I think Terence Crawford is done. If it ain't $100 million to go down and fight those guys like Janabek, Erislandy Lara, and Carlos Adames, let them guys do all the hard work. $100 million? What you think you got? Kelsey Grammer? Chelsea Clinton?
Let's be real, this move screams, I've mastered boxing. Pay me like a legend. Crawford made Canelo look like he was buffering, so he feels untouchable. But when names like Jamal Charlo or Canelo are discussed for $100 million, it's no longer just boxing, it's premium fantasy. Still, respect the confidence. Crawford says if he's stepping back in the ring, it's for generational wealth, and he's earned it. The boxing world will decide if they can afford that.
Now, I'm not mad at it. Crawford's team, they want $100 million. Crawford needs $100 million to perform or to get back in the ring, or he might retire. Then, in my opinion, if that is your real asking price, you might have to retire because no one needs to see a Canelo rematch. And fights like Lara, Janabek, and Adam.
Soon after the $100 million demand, Crawford revealed how the Canelo idea even came about. Turns out, it wasn't just a random money grab. Bill Haney, Devin Haney's father, planted the seed before Crawford even fought Spence. Imagine Bill walking into the gym, thinking about Canelo, then realizing they're the same height. That's when the light bulb went off.
For real? I thought this was after. No, this is before. Crawford Spence won. He said, man, don't even chase. Stop chasing arrows. He was like, man, the guy to focus and chase is Canelo. Really? He was like, man, you can beat him. He was like, Spence, Canelo. And like every time I see him, he'd be like, Canelo. Yeah.
That's Crawford's genius. He studies opponents like homework for a thesis, not driven by ego but by calculated analysis. Bill Haney's influence clearly inspired him. When Canelo's team dismissed Crawford's ticket sales, he responded coolly, then don't say my name, I am the ticket now. That calm confidence hints someone's about to get roasted.
And I'm like, all right, we just same height, same around the same size. Like, he a little thicker. I'm starting to look into it now because he already planted the seed, but now I'm like looking into it. Like, let me see what Bill talking about. Bill look at now, what he see. So I'm, okay. This is what he talking about. Cause he like, man, he's not a big dude. He just kept saying beat him. And then when I looked into it, I'm like, damn, Bill right.